Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight?
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Hello everybody, my name is Wendell McGinnis, Runaway from Team Boxer. The marker we're going to take a look at today is the Scarab Arm TGR2. Right out of the box I like to look at this marker, but I'm kind of old school, so anything that looks like an AR-15, M16 or any of its variants, I'm going to be a big fan of. Let me point out, I don't know if this is by accident or design, but ergonomically, using the mag well as a foregrip on this marker, very, very comfortable. Let's get into it. Okay, the TGR2 comes with a barrel with removable flash suppressor. As you can see, I've already swapped my barrel out for a marksman rifle barrel and a mock suppressor. The front handguard or shroud has a rail integrated system which will allow you to bolt on any accessories you might want or have. The rails themselves, as you can see, I've already covered mine with the Magpul rail covers. I do advise anyone that plans on using this marker without glove that you put some kind of cover on the rails because they will cut you. The upper receiver is a metal or alloy. It also has the full length top rails on them. Okay, it actually comes with HK sights. But as you can see, I've already swapped mine out for a AR carrying handle with a scope mount and aim holographic scope. A very nice feature that they've added here is a sight plate or viewing port that you can actually see your round prior to it being fired to make sure it's seated properly. The lower receiver is some type of composite. Okay. You can also use real AR pistol grips, but remember when you install the pistol grip that it is a composite, and if you over tighten the bolt and screw inside, you could actually rip the bolt right out. So you want to make sure that you don't over tighten or that you reinforce it in some way. The TGR actually comes with two different types of magazines. Your 18 round magazine, 12 round magazine, and another very nice feature about the TGR is it's compatible with RAP4 magazines, Mil-Sig magazines, and even the box magazine. Now, I'm not going to actually install the box magazine because if you see this little lip here on the magazine well, it actually kind of gets wedged down here between the side body or the inner side body of the RAP4 mag box and the lip. So that'll be a good modification for you guys who like to modify. Another thing that's really nice about the TGR2 is that it's a truly ambidextrous marker. It has a magazine release on both sides. It has a safety switch on both sides, and it has a sling mount on both sides. It comes with a on-board air system, but your tank was not included, at least not in the package that I got. So, all right, the TGR2 is a toolless breakdown. It only has 3 pins. Okay, it's fairly simple. What we're going to do is depressurize the system and then place the marker back on safe. We'll remove the magazine. We're going to remove the barrel. It's a free-floating barrel system, so you don't have to take off the front shroud. From there, if you wanted to just change out the springs, you would just remove the 2 pins in the rear. I'll go ahead and do that. That will allow it to take. Okay, we'll remove this retainer rod or retaining rod. It has a retaining spring on it that attaches directly to the charging handle. After that, the entire internal just comes off. While I have you here, this hammer or striker, we're having a little problem with these. I've heard several incidents where this O-ring, the first time out, this O-ring is tearing up or breaking. I'm not quite sure why. So you want to make sure you add a little bit of a lubricant to your hammer and oil your O-rings. Same with the bolt. Add a little bit of lubricant to the body of the bolt and oil your O-rings. One final pin in the front will remove the lower receiver, and then the entire lower just falls away. You also want to make sure you check to make sure that the retainer spring is in place. The TGR also comes with this little piece here. It's actually used with the retainer rod to create a punch so that you can punch your barrel. If you do use it as a barrel punch, of course, I would advise that you take the barrel off of the marker before doing that so that you don't push paint back down inside the marker. While the marker is broken down, I'd actually like to point out this. There are two very thin detents inside there. You want to make sure that those detents are in place. I have heard on at least one occasion where the marker was actually sent out or shipped out with one of those detents missing, so you want to make sure you have that. Putting the marker back together is fairly simple as well. You're basically going to reverse what you did to break it down. Okay, that concludes the disassembly and reassembly of the Scarab's Arm TGR paintball marker. It's a very well balanced marker. You can use it ambidextrously. What we have been finding though is without an actual collar, there are some magazine feed issues. Sometimes the first strike rounds actually flip. Another issue is without the ability to adjust the velocity, we're getting FPSs in the range of 230 all the way up to 260. So if you're planning on using this as a sniper marker, you may want to consider that. The question I've been getting asked is, how does this marker compare to the more expensive markers? Well, for the money you'll spend, you'll definitely have a positive mag-fed experience or paintball experience. I don't judge markers by ABCs or 1, 2, 3s. I simply tell my experience with them, and my experience with this marker has been a positive one. That's pretty much it from Runaway. See you guys in the tall grass.